ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने नयाँ गुड नाइट फ्ल्याश अरु लिक्विड वेपोराइजर भन्दा 2 गुणा बढी प्रभावशाली.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Good evening, I am Idrulagi Singh Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Government policies and programs prioritize outdated plans limiting innovation. A new framework aims to boost development spending but lacks concrete steps to increase production and employment. India's External Affairs Ministry confirms probe into Nepali student Prisa Shah's death at Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology in India. Odisha police maintain no official complaint has been filed so far. US Vice President J.D. Vance hopes of Pakistan to arrest those behind the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir. Expects India not to escalate the situation into a major regional conflict. And Sunrisers Hyderabad win the toss and choose to bowl first against Gujarat Titans in the ongoing match of the Indian Premier League. Gujarat gears up to win at home. Welcome back. The government plans new initiatives for social sector reforms in the upcoming fiscal year's policy, focusing on streamlining public service delivery and prioritizing youth and entrepreneurship. Additionally, the Digital Nepal framework will be further streamlined. The government will consolidate services provided by various agencies into single citizen service centers for convenience. The policy also aims to inspire hope in the social sector by strengthening integrated social security, prioritizing the youth, especially Gen Z, and promoting youth entrepreneurship, including facilitating loans through project collateral. Additionally, the Digital Nepal framework will be further streamlined to enhance information technology.
निर्वाहमुखी कृषिलाई आधुनिक र व्यावसायिक बनाउँदै कृषि उपजमा देशलाई आत्मनिर्भर तुल्याउन यान्त्रिकीकरण तथा विशिष्टीकरण गरिनेछ.
The government plans to enhance the Citizen app by linking all government hospitals to a unified online service, promote the production of essential medicines and create an integrated act on medicines and health supplies. To strengthen Ayurveda services, Vidushi Yogmaya Ayurveda University will establish as an Ayurveda study institute. The policy also includes strengthening the public health surveillance system for infectious disease prevention and epidemic response, developing a climate health resilient unit, and formulating a population policy to address health challenges related to climate change.
स्वास्थ्य बीमा प्रणाली एकीकृत गरी उपचारको दायरा विस्तार गरिनेछ. गम्भीर रोगको उपचार समेत बीमाबाट हुने व्यवस्था गर्न सुविधा थैली परिमार्जन गरिनेछ.
The government plans to revise and advance the Presidential Educational Reform Program as a national initiative. It will also establish residential schools in remote areas and introduce a policy allowing students to earn while studying by setting a minimum wage for 20 hours of work per week.
बढीमा हप्तामा 20 घण्टा कामको न्यूनतम ज्याला निश्चित गरी कमाउँदै पढ्दैको नीति लागू गरिनेछ.
The government plans to construct suspension bridges in the upcoming fiscal year. It aims to promote public and private investment in physical infrastructure to drive sustainable economic growth, expanding road, rail, and water transport. The policy also includes improving road conditions, conducting passenger awareness programs, and enhancing driver training to reduce traffic accidents. The government has conveyed political messages through its policy and program addressing critics of the current system. It emphasizes the implementation of the agreement between the Nepali Congress and CPN-UML during government formation, along with a commitment to constitutional amendments. Reaffirming its support for federalism, the government stated it will not allow public protests over the absence of legislation. Political leaders have offered mixed reactions to the announced policies and programs. The coalition government led by the Nepali Congress and CPN-UML has introduced its first policy and program since taking office 9.5 months ago. Although previously criticized for neglecting constitutional amendment, a key commitment made for political stability, the issue is now addressed. The policy outlines that constitutional amendments will proceed through consensus following a comprehensive review while affirming opposition to any unconstitutional activities.
संविधानको समीक्षा गर्ने, यसका सबल पक्षलाई सुदृढ गर्ने र कार्यान्वयनको क्रममा देखिएका कमी कमजोरी सच्याउन सहमतिको आधारमा संशोधनको प्रक्रिया अघि बढाउने।
The government has pledged in its policy and program to pass the education bill during this session, in line with its agreement with protesting teachers. The Dormant Land Bill, previously introduced via ordinance, will also be tabled. Additionally, the government has sought to reassure all three tiers of government by committing to enact the necessary legislation to implement federalism.
संघीयताको प्रभावकारी कार्यान्वयनको लागि आवश्यक कानुन परिमार्जन र निर्माण गरिनेछ। तीनवटै तहबाट निर्माण भएका कानुनको निरन्तर र नियमित अध्ययन गरी कानुन तर्जुमा तथा सुधारलाई अनुसन्धानमुखी बनाइनेछ।
The policy and program affirms the government's commitment to delivering justice to victims by fully empowering both transitional justice commissions to carry out their long-pending responsibilities.
संक्रमणकालीन न्यायलाई तार्किक निष्कर्षमा पुर्याउन सत्य निरूपण तथा मेलमिलाप आयोग र बेपत्ता पारिएका व्यक्तिहरूको छानबिन आयोगलाई क्रियाशील बनाइनेछ।
Ruling party parliamentarians have stated that with the inclusion of constitutional amendments, legal reforms and political consensus in the policy and program, these issues are now matters for parliamentary deliberation. The main opposition, the CPN Maoist Center, has expressed skepticism about the government's programs, stating that there is no foundation for trusting their implementation. The government formed by the two largest parliamentary parties can implement its policies and programs, but this requires genuine commitment. If the policies are not followed through, they will remain mere documents. The government is shifting its development approach after failing to meet targeted capital expenditure. It now aims to reprioritize politically motivated projects and postpone or cancel those lacking resource potential. While declaring the upcoming decade as one focused on employment, the government has yet to present a concrete plan linking job creation with increased production. In the policy and program for fiscal year 2082-83 BS, presented by President Ramchandra Podil in a joint session of the Federal Parliament, the government has announced a shift in the development approach to improve the effectiveness of capital expenditure. Approximately 2,000 projects valued at 600 billion Nepali rupees remained stalled due to budget constraints. In response to calls from construction entrepreneurs to reassess projects based on merit and economic return, the government has committed to reprioritizing viable projects and cancelling those deemed unfeasible.
परियोजनालाई वर्गीकरण गरी आर्थिक वर्ष 82-83 मा सम्पन्न हुने र यस संसदको अवधिभित्र सम्पन्न हुने गरी समय तालिका निर्धारण गर्ने, निर्माणाधीन तथा निर्माण गर्नुपर्ने सबै परियोजनाका लागि आवश्यक स्रोतको आकलन गरी सम्पन्न हुने सम्भावना नभएका परियोजना स्थगन गर्ने र त्रुटिपूर्ण परियोजना खारेज समेत गर्ने।
The government has announced plans to increase development expenditure while reducing rising current expenditure by eliminating unnecessary structures. A similar initiative introduced 2 years ago by Prakash Sharan Mahat was unsuccessful. In response to the economic slowdown and growing youth dissatisfaction, the government has declared the upcoming decade as the decade of domestic employment to curb labor migration. Although the policy includes expanding startup loans, it lacks a concrete strategy for job creation.
नवप्रवर्तनमा आधारित स्टार्टअप उद्यमीलाई प्रोत्साहित गर्न स्टार्टअप कर्जा कार्यक्रम विस्तार गरिनेछ।
The government has announced plans to advance multi-purpose and hydropower projects to strengthen energy security through specific projects have not been named as in previous years. Hydrogen energy development is also planned through the creation of an energy roadmap. To address challenges in the cooperative sector, a fund will be established to reimburse small savers. Airport construction and expansion will proceed based on justification and economic viability. Additionally, the government aims to bring all employed individuals under the Social Security Fund, requiring proof of employee enrollment and regular contributions during the renewal of any organized entity. The policy also includes the formation of an asset management company to address rising non-banking assets and bad loans in the banking sector. In our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces which aspect of the government's policies and programs do they appreciate the most. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
विद्यालय शिक्षा अन्तर्गत उद्यमशीलतालाई चाहिँ जोड दिने खालका चाहिँ पाठ्यक्रम चाहिँ को परिमार्जन गर्ने त्यसैगरी चाहिँ हरित कोरिडोरहरु चाहिँ निर्माण गर्ने र त्रुटिपूर्ण रहेका चाहिँ आयोजनाहरुको चाहिँ खारेजी गर्ने कुराहरु चाहिँ उत्कृष्ट लाग्यो।
पेट्रोलियम पदार्थबाट चल्ने गाडीहरुलाई युरो 6 मापदण्ड अन्तर्गत लागू गर्ने, त्यस्तै प्रधानमन्त्री तथा राष्ट्रपतिको नामबाट सञ्चालित आयोजनाहरुको नाम परिवर्तन गर्ने लगायतका राम्रो लाग्यो।
फेसलेस अनलाइन सरकारी सेवा प्रदान गर्ने, अनावश्यक सरकारी संरचनाहरुको खारेज गर्ने, युवा केन्द्रित स्टार्टअप कार्यक्रमहरु सञ्चालन गर्ने जस्ता विषयवस्तुहरु अहिलेको नीति तथा कार्यक्रमले समेटेकोमा राम्रो छ।
विश्वविद्यालयलाई अनुसन्धान केन्द्रको रूपमा विकास गर्ने गरी जुन खालको अहिले नीति तथा कार्यक्रम आएको छ यसले हामीलाई उत्साह थपेको छ।
निजी विद्यालय र सामुदायिक विद्यालयहरुको पाठ्यक्रमलाई एकरूपता कायम गर्ने भन्ने जुन नीति ल्याइरहेको छ, जुन कार्यक्रम ल्याइरहेको छ, यो धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ।
कार्यान्वयन हुने हो भने केही आशा गरौँ।
जति संवेदनशील ढंगले नीति तथा कार्यक्रमहरु आउला भन्ने जस्तो अपेक्षा थियो त्यस्तो चाहिँ देखिएको छैन।
युवाको आकर्षण बढाउने र देशभित्रै उद्यम इलम गर्नेतर्फ केन्द्रित गर्नेतर्फ यो बजेटको नीति तथा कार्यक्रमको भाषाको सार छ। विद्यार्थीहरूलाई दिँदै आएको दिवा खाजा रकममा वृद्धि गरिने भन्ने कुरा पनि सकारात्मक छ।
युवाहरू विदेशी पलायन हुने जुन प्रवृत्ति छ त्यो प्रवृत्तिका लागि अझै स्पष्टसँग नीति तथा कार्यक्रममा आएको मैले महसुस गर्न सकिनँ।
स्वास्थ्य बीमापट्टिको पाटो चाहिँ मन पर्यो।
वायुसेवा निगमको यो संरचनालाई पुनर्संरचना गर्ने कार्यक्रम चाहिँ मलाई राम्रो लाग्यो।
India's Ministry of External Affairs has stated that it is in continuous contact and coordination with Nepali authorities, the government of Odisha and KIIT management regarding the death of Nepali student Prisa Shah at KIIT in Odisha. The ministry issued a statement today expressing India's deep concern for the safety and welfare of international students. It conveyed condolences to the family of the deceased Nepali student at KIIT and emphasized ongoing communication with the Odisha state government, which has provided full support to the family. The statement also noted that the police are conducting a thorough investigation into the incident. Bhubaneswar Police Commissioner S. Devdutt Singh confirmed that an investigation is ongoing into Nepali student Prisa Shah's death with no charges filed yet. The post-mortem will be conducted after the parents arrive.
आज संध्या 7 बजे मने जते बड़े समस्त अटेंडेंस नियंती पूर्ण घटना परे सते बड़े जने जिया प्रसाद शाह जे एकला थिले तांकर रूम रे से तांकर किसी आवाज सुविला नहीं तापरे माने चेक करला बड़े से शी वाज फाउंड हैंगिंग तो सीटा ता ऊपर हमको इन्फॉर्म करा हमें आसीछु मैं सब तुरंत करू छु साइंटिफिक टीम पहुंची छी तांकर रूम टा वर्तमान सर्च करू छी तांकर सांगो अन्य झिया माने सेठी अछंती से माने समस्त हम कोऑपरेट करू छंती समस्त पुलिस ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस जमती अछि समती पूरा माने जितने जी अच्छी से फ्लोर समस्त तुरंत जहाँ सर्च जहाँ प्राइमा फेसी कराई जहाँ तक जोठी बेड थिला जोठी टेबल अच्छी से कुछ नोट मिली नहीं और बाकी तक बिलोंगिंग डायरी इत्यादि बर्तमान साइंटिफिक टीम से कर करू बर्तमान गोटे गोटे केस तो हो यूडी केस बर्तमान यूडी केस हो बर्तमान सुधा कहार अभियोग आसी नहीं तो यूडी केस एक तदंत हो कहार कुछ संपृक्ति आसो ता ऊपर एक्शन लिया जीवो साइंटिफिक टीम पहुंच जाई वर्तमान सर्च चलाई एठी डीसीपी एडिशनल सीपी डीसीपी एसीपी जोन्स एवं अन्य अफसर माने अछंती बाकी झिया मान गोटे पचरापची चलुची जो तांकर सेमती कौन सी सिम्पटम थिला कि काहू किसी कही छंत कि ए सब एटा चलुची तांकर एम्बेसी संगे में कथाए गेलु एम्बेसी लोग को तांकर पेरेंट्स को इन्फॉर्म कर देले पेरेंट्स सकाळू आसी पहुंचबे तापरे आगे पोस्टमार्टम किंबा कौन कार्रवाई तांकर आसिला परे ही हेबो शांतिपूर्णाची गत थारे समस्ते पुलिस रे तदंत को देखी चंती गत थारे जो केस हेतिला से पुलिस तदंतरे तांकर परिवार वर्ग तांकर बापा एबे भी आमार टचरे बेड़े बेड़े से फोन करती जंती सो समस्ते पुलिस रा न्यूट्रल इम्पार्शियल एवं त्वरित तदंत देखी चंती तेणुकर एठी आपण माने एठी कैंपस रे चंती देखंतु जेटा कैंपस रे शांति अछि
Public polls.
But before that, let's take a look at yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, what do you think about the frequent controversies surrounding the procurement process for health supplies? 28% voted for A, lack of transparency, 35% voted for B, collusion in standards, and 37% voted for C, no fear of consequences. Now, here's today's question. What is your take on NEA's decision to seek a loan of 10 billion rupees despite outstanding dues? Your options are A, priority should be on collecting dues, B, avoid increasing the debt burden, or C, consequence of political interference. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.